Hi friends, how are you all doing? This is going to be a quilt tube. I have so much to show you. It's been 2 weeks since the last one, and I probably could have came out like a week ago, but actually it's probably a little bit more than 2 weeks. Let me see. No, it's about 2.5 weeks. So, but I have so much to show you. So let's go through and what I worked on. I have a bunch of finishes, a bunch of things I'm working on. I am gonna start with, what am I gonna start with? I don't know what I'm gonna start with. Well, I finished my Designer Mystery 2021. I found the layout I'm going to use, and I ordered the fabric for the layout. So let me show you the layout I'm gonna use. This is the peach one. I don't think I have it out. I don't know where I put the blocks. They're probably in a thing. But the layout I'm using comes from Lori Holt's Spelling Bee. And this is the layout. So I'm gonna try to incorporate, I don't even know if I have enough fabric for it, but this is gonna be for my sashing, as is this one, and this is my border fabric. This is part of the haul I have, so I bought 3 yards of fabric. So that's project number 1 I worked on. Then there's a lot of finishes, and there's a couple fully finishes, and then a couple finishes, and then a couple of quilt top flimsy finishes. So this is a flimsy finish. I pulled out this whip, which wasn't on my whip list of things to work on for the year. I just came across it when I was cleaning, and I decided I wanted to work on it. And I'm actually gonna look for a backing or see if I have something for this one. This is an Oh My Stars pattern from Pat Sloan, and I just made it a little bit bigger with a border. This is an April Rosenthal Halloween line. So it's a really nice size lap quilt, and I will post the picture below, but it's called Oh My Stars, and I believe this is the free version. She has a free version and a paid version, and I have both, but I believe this was the free one. So I will link that below. But I am so excited about it, how it came out. I even have binding for it somewhere. So there's that. Then I had a new start. I decided to do the Piece and Quilt. Maybe it wasn't a new start. Maybe this isn't a new start. Maybe I did one of these last month. Hold on. Nope, this is not a new start. This is, I did part of May. This is the Piece and Quilt quilt along from Fat Quarter Shop with this book by Susan Aki and Lisa Alexander. And there are, I don't know where oh, maybe it's right here. No. It comes with a schedule, kind of like this one for Quilty Fun. But it gives you a schedule of things to do. So I did, oh, it's right behind this one for Quilty Fun. So I did the May blocks already, which are, let's see if I can show you. Hovering Hawk, and, well, I'll just show you what I did. And then I started part of June. And what I'm going to do, because June had a lot and I'm going out of town in June, so I wanted to work a little bit ahead. So I did what I needed for part 1. Okay, so this was April. This was the April block. And then these were the May blocks. And I'm just using whatever is in my stash. So however it comes out is how it comes out. And this is the other May. And this is the other May block. Okay. Then I did, in June, they wanted you to do 6, no, that was May. Sorry, you had to do one of those. They wanted you to do 9 8-point star blocks and 6 wagon trail blocks. Well, I did 2. I did however many needed to finish row 1. Because when I see big numbers like that, I get turned off. So this is the wagon tracks block. These two, they're 6-inch blocks. So, and this is what needs to go into row 1. Then I needed to, I was supposed to make 9 8-point stars, so I made these 2 for row 1. So they were part of June's blocks. The other thing I am going to do before I leave in a couple weeks is I need to do, for June, I need to do one 9-inch tulip ladyfingers blocks. This book has 3, 6, 9, and 12-inch blocks. So it's really great. It has a lot of quilt patterns in it too. So I don't want to make all my blocks in advance if I don't know what my coloration is going to be throughout, since I am using all scraps, being totally scrappy. So I thought it was much better to do it this way and then do it as, and I wrote down how many I did so far. So there was that I worked on. I'm going through my little planner book to tell you as I work in so I know what I did. I started something, but I didn't start. Then I started from Quilty Fun. Quilty Fun is another sew along from Fat Quarter Shop. And let me show you. It's this quilt that's on the cover of this. This is the first book that Fat Quarter Shop did for Lori Holt. So another one I am doing totally scrappy and using my stash. So I did the April, which was the 4 patches. And then I started May, and I did my first row for May, which were these butterflies, and they're totally scrappy. I even put some of that fabric that I told you that I didn't like, that I got in that brown bag thing, I put it in here. I do have to do one more row for May, and then I'm going to try and cut out my June. I need to do 2 rows. So I'm going to try to cut out at least one of them and start one of them. I need to do this. The May is this chubby chevron block here. Then I have to do the apples, and I have to do flying geese. And I think for the flying geese and the chevrons, I'm going to do kind of like I did the 4 patches and do them in 2 colors and then pick through those colors later on. So that's something else I worked on. Then I had a couple of days where I didn't do. Then I had a couple finishes. So let me show you my finishes. Okay, these are fully finished. Oh, I just made a mess. I finally finished my crabs. This is a wall hanging. I'm going to hang it up. This is using Minnick & Simpson. I believe Isabella fabric, but it could be another one. It could be Belle Isle too. But it's Minnick & Simpson. And I just did a crosshatch quilting on this. Nothing too fancy. Okay, but I have to show you my background. Look at my crab background. And then I have like hanging triangles. So I'm gonna hang this since we're in May, in the patriotic season. Then I finished another patriotic one that I had done, and I just did a crosshatch on this one too. This is a digitally printed panel, and it comes with the background, and I just put a simple red border and then this border, and then this is from a different line, a different patriotic line, and then I just did that. So I did that. Then what else did I work on? I worked on, let's see, I did that. Then I decided this week, that brought me all the way to this week. So this week I decided to pull another whip out that was on my whip list from January, and it's the Bright Side Quilt Along. And let me get my blocks. Sorry, I dropped all the cards. This was from when I was previously doing the Sew Sampler. So, oh, let me show you my other finish first. You all remember my summer soiree? I got it. I had it on the long arm, then I had a problem with it, so I let it chill out on the long arm. Well, Monday, I decided it was time to quilt it. Didn't take me that long. I just did a, I'll put a picture of this one at the end. This is a Bonnie and Camille fabric. This is a pattern from Pat Sloan. I will link you to her page. I'm gonna put it's a big one. And this is something I made for me. This one's not going anywhere. I'm not giving it to anybody. This one is totally for me. It just needs to be trimmed and the binding put on it, but I will take a picture and put it at the end of this video. I'll also put in the crab one, and I'll put the other finishes at the end. So I do have binding fabric for this. I don't know if I have enough, what I would really like. Well, I could use this Pat Sloan wide back for the binding because it does coordinate and it's kind of soft. Or I can do, I'll show you the other fabrics I have. I have this one, which would look good too. And then I have this gingham, but I don't know if I have enough of this to go around. So it's probably not gonna be this. So tell me, should I do the backing, or should I do this one? I'm kind of leaning to this one because I think it gives a nice contrast to it. So my goal for this week is to get the binding on this. So let's talk about what I'm planning to catch up on. I still need to do Millie's dresses, but Millie's dresses may wait till summer vacation. But I have a couple things I want to work on, so let me show you those. I made an executive decision yesterday. I decided I have a lot of like smaller quilts. I don't like loading smaller quilts onto the long arm because by the time you get the back, I could be halfway done just doing a cross hatch on my Juki. So I am going to just get a cross hatch and do this one, and this will be done before July. This is this was the free sew along last year from Fat Quarter Shop. In July they do a mystery quilt along, so there's that. So I want this done before July, and then this week I'm going to show you the other one. I just have to find a back. This I have a backing for. And then let me show the other one. I'm just going to cross hatch because, like I said, I can get them done within no time just doing this. And then my daughter, I'm giving my daughter this one to take back to Texas when she comes. It's just a little wall hanging, Halloween. She really likes this one. So I'm just going to cross hatch it. I should have some kind of an orange backing or a purple backing. Maybe I'll find a spider web or something. And those two are gonna get done on the Miss Julie Juki over here. So there are those. Those I both like because I signed up to do I signed up for the kits for the mystery sew alongs. So I'm just waiting to be invoiced for the Halloween one, and then the other one's in July. So there's that. For my whip that I'm working on, I am going, which I decided to pull as the Bright Side Quilt Along because I really would like that whip list done by the end of the year. So let me show you the Bright Side blocks I have done so far. And then I'll tell you, I thought I had 7 full blocks done. I don't have 7 full blocks done because here are my blocks. And then here's this one, which is bigger. What I think this is, I started this when I first started really quilting. And I think this is one of the greatest hits ones, but it's from my line. So I think I just wanted to see if I could do something. I don't even know where this one's from, but it's this block. So I think this is gonna go on the back. So if I decide not to use a wide back, otherwise maybe I'll even applique it or something. Okay, so the Bright Side Quilt Along was the 2021, started in April of 2021, and it came in the Sew Sampler. And the blocks are 9.5, and the pattern was from Sherry McConnell of A Quilting Life. Okay, so I was doing really good. I don't know what all the dates are. I don't even know what my dates are. So I had that. So I thought I had 8 blocks done. So here, I'll show you. So this was block 1. This was block 2. This is Maureen McCormick's original line. I don't know what it was called. Oh, Blooming Bunch 2. This is block 3. Block 4. Block 5. Block 6. Okay, now. So I thought I had 7 blocks done. So I wrote on my list block, but this is block 8. So where is, okay. So let me just cover up. Okay, so there's block 7. I picked my fabrics out. So I will be doing this after I finish block 8. Okay, and here is my block 8. I just have to sew it. So I pulled out Bright Side from the Sew Sampler box. Then I really want to do, so this is my whipped across of my whip list. After I do this, I have 1, I think I have 2 whips left that I chose in January. Plus I pulled out the, Oh My Stars, which was a whip that I had cut out like 2 summers ago. So I think I counted that I've finished like 5 or 6 whips in my whip into, whatchamacallits, into quilt tops. So once school ends at the end of the month, I'm going to try to quilt at least 3 tops on my long arm when I get back from New York between June and July. So that's what I'm gonna work on this week. I'm going to put the binding on my summer soiree, and I will link that pattern below too. That's a free pattern from, that was a free quilt along from Pat Sloan also. I'm gonna do blocks, finish block 8 and do 7 and 9 from the Bright Side. I have to, I'll show you. My other piece of haul was, it was just here. Oh, here it is. My other piece of haul was, oh, I wonder, I'm gonna check something out. This is block 12 of the Designer Mystery, and I didn't purchase the finishing pattern. I don't know. I didn't purchase the kit, so I'm wondering. Let me just see. But I don't think I have I don't think this has the finishing pattern. I think that's something extra. Yeah, so I'll just find a setting. So I have block 12 of the Designer Mystery. So I'll just pick up and I think I'm just gonna, for this one, I actually think I'm just gonna do sashing and cornerstones, or just some, it might even just be sashing. So I have to starch this and get this one ready to go and do. So I'm gonna do, let's write down what am I going to do. I'm going to bind the quilt, do those 3 blocks, block 12. I need to work on Quilty Fun a little bit. And I think that's about it. Oh, I'm gonna sew together row 1 of, I'll show you. Row 1 of this. But also, school gets out in 8 or 9 days. It cuts out on the 29th. We should have been out next Friday, but you know, they go snow for silly reasons here in Arkansas. Yeah. That's so cute. Oh, I like that. This is a great book. There's a lot in here, and it's a great reference book to have. There's actually another quilt in here. Okay. This is the Piece and Quilt sampler. So I am going to sew together this row, and then I'm going to start. I am going to look at how they have their blocks done and see if it works in the row form, because I think I want to follow it in row form. Because see, they wanted me to make all these things. I don't know what my row down here is, or my row here is gonna look like. So I don't wanna do those blocks yet. Plus, I think this block they have us doing in June. So I think I'm just gonna try to follow along here and do these in this way. And so I'll look and see how they have it, and then I'll sew together this row. It will work a little bit better in my mind. So like maybe for June, since this looks like it's 4 blocks that make this big piece, maybe I'll just pick these out and do those and consider it done. That's kind of where I'm leaning. So I may, let's see, 9 tulip fingers, let's see, 86. Okay, so what they have me doing for June was making all those things, and this block right here. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this block, and then I'm gonna go down and make this block, because for July they have us making that big block. So before I go away, I'm gonna do this block and this block. So I think I'm gonna add that to a list. Maybe I'll make a list and post it to the end of the video so you can all see what I'm working on. So that's all the haul I have. I have a couple things that will be coming in. I have a bunch of stuff in a pre-order shopping cart. There are some things that are taking me a little bit to like get the groove into. That's kind of how Summer Soiree wound up being quilted, because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. So I've been doing a lot of cross stitch. That's another video. I put one out the other day, but I hope you all have a great day. I probably won't see you till after Memorial Day. I'll probably try to do one more video before I go away, hopefully. I'm going to New York to see my parents. My parents are celebrating their 60th wedding anniversary in the beginning of June. We'll actually be traveling on my littlest's birthday, so we will be arriving on her birthday. So my sister is in charge of cake. I told her what to get. My family will be very happy because my littlest one's favorite meal is pepperoni pizza, so that'll be dinner in New York, which is really good because I'm missing, the one thing I miss in Arkansas is pizza, more than anything. So that's all I've got. I hope you all have a great day, and I will talk to you all soon. All right, bye-bye.